Good morning. I hope everybody is having a good Monday so far. I really wanted to take a minute to stop and talk about this social media break that I took recently and how I think that something like that is super beneficial. I was really struggling. Just, kind of down. You could see it in my face and kind of just like the way that I was talking. And one of my friends just kind of was like, hey, like, I think you need a break. I think you need to reevaluate, blah, blah, blah. And it was an amazing idea. I feel like sometimes we get so lost in what goes on in the world and with other people and what we're dealing with. And like I've said before, we use social media to escape what goes on in our real world. And then we don't ever take the time to heal what's actually going on or focus on it. And when I took this break, it was really great for me because I feel like I find times where I'm like disconnecting with my real friends and disconnecting with other people, and I'm using an excuse like, oh, I'm just going through something, like I need to kind of heal or do whatever. And I don't know how I can do that, but yeah, I can still be on social media. Like, I feel like a lot of us do that. And a friend of mine was going through a hard time, and I just, her disconnection from us kind of made me like wonder, like, why would you disconnect from your friends, but you're still using social media and talking on social media and using social media as an outlet? And I thought to myself, like, man, maybe I should share my experience on how that cleanse helped me. And so when I took this time off, I really had time to sit down and focus and talk to people and kind of, explain what I was doing. And within that time, I also kind of changed my schedule. Like, you guys know I love to go to the gym early before the sun is up. And although I really love it, mentally, sometimes, physically your body is drained, especially if you're up late, you're doing more, whatever. And so I went in the afternoon a few times, and on a day that I don't normally go. And not only did I kind of give my mind a break from social media and what things out there influenced me, or not even that social media was bothering me, that I was spending so much time trying to help other people and making sure that I was reaching people, I forgot about myself. And so when I changed my schedule, I literally twice had the best squat day of my whole career and the best bench day of my whole career. And you can't necessarily say that was social media, but my body went through something and my mind went through something that really changed not only my mindset, but what I was doing at home in my free time. And I probably wouldn't have changed what time I went to the gym. And so sometimes you can still do the things you love, but just kind of change your routine of when you do it to help give yourself a break. And I took that week off, and it was so funny to me because whenever I came back to social media, I actually had people had sent me messages asking if I was okay. They hadn't seen me post, they hadn't seen me do stuff. And so that to me was like, man, do I post too much? Do people notice that I'm just not posting, I'm going through something? Do people really care? And you kind of reevaluate those situations, like maybe how much time you spend on social media, maybe make what you post or your interactions be more meaningful instead of just an abundance of posting and interactions. And I just feel like that was really helpful to me. And I feel like sometimes it can be hard when you get bored, but I cleaned more. I did kind of some things out of the ordinary. I did some organizing of bookshelves and other things that needed to be done that I hadn't done. And it's not necessarily all to social media, but we can get so caught up in not necessarily what other people are doing on social media, but what we're doing on social media. And so I just think that that was really good for me. And I think that that's something that some other people could take into consideration, because I don't think you realize maybe sometimes your friends get upset, or people when you are disconnected from them whenever you're struggling, but then you're still interacting with people maybe who are not as beneficial to you, or the relationship to you is not as meaningful as the ones that maybe you're cutting off in that time. So that's just something to think about today. Maybe try to take a cleanse. I know it's hard for some people. Like for me, I have a few kind of like with Hey Dude, some business stuff, or like people that I talk to online for the gym. And so sometimes it can be hard to take a break from social media if that's your only outlet to a couple of your connections. And so I took more of a break, especially from Instagram and Twitter. Facebook a little bit I kept, like my messengers. And so if you can maybe reach out to those people or take a break from maybe at least one of the ones that you're using so much that might have the negative influence. Like for Instagram, for me, it's not so bad because I don't see negative postings like Facebook with sad videos and stuff like that. And Twitter is a bunch of drama and people arguing and putting each other down, which can be really harmful to some people, or just kind of get you down when you're constantly seeing people attacked. And so just kind of think about which social medias maybe can be more harmful to you than others, or take up more of your time, and try to separate yourself and change your routine, and maybe even try to do it with a friend so that you have somebody to talk to or go through it with that can help you take up some of your added free time. I hope everybody has a blessed day. I hope that you guys are staying strong with these crazy weather changes and getting ready for Halloween, and to stay safe.